And the beat goes on. Do. Just like my love everlasting. How's it going, everybody? Hello, 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 hello. Today we're going to play some more Paladin's Quest. Who's excited for the Paladins, the quest of the Paladins? Hello, Deoxer. How are you? And Dan, dang, done it. Good to see you. Good day to you as well. And of course, the ineffable Major Rage TV. How the heck are you? Let's see. We're going to choose this one here. Yes, we made it to a decent save point last time. I think we're about to meet the spiritualist Daphne. But I hope you're all well and you're ready for a nice little relaxing time in Paladin's Quest. Daphne says, "Welcome, oh mischievous boy. I know that you sent the ancient machine Dahlgren on its rampage. I also know that you've come to ask how to stop Dahlgren. There is one way to stop Dahlgren. Gather the 3 items left behind by the ancient hero Cormu. Those 3 items are," listen closely, you can take notes too. "The first is the Sword of Cormu. It is in Nasquat. The second is the Helm of Cormu. It is in Sasquatch. The last item is the Armor of Cormu. It is at the Throne of the Immortals." Is that clear? So they got a sword, helmet, and armor. Oh boy, 3 MacGuffins. It's definitively an RPG. Krypton, welcome to you as well. Here for Brie Larson's hand in marriage because she plays Animal Crossing. That's an inside joke, y'all. Just now spawned from our lovely Discord, pt5. If you haven't joined the Discord, you definitely should. But because the game doesn't record Dahlgren doing anything bad yet, it's weird. I mentioned that the first time. There are some RPGs where like, hey, this thing's really bad. This is a bad villain. It's bad, but it never actually tells you why it's bad, what it did or will do that's bad. I mean, so far, Chesney is the one who's bad. He just went mucking around and unleashed some forbidden evil. "Then I will test you. How many items do you have to gather?" This is weird. Like, the devs were very much sure, like, they're like, "Are you listening? Are you taking notes? I'm going to quiz you." I was like, come on, it's 3 basic items. I'll find them. "Where will you find the first item is in Nasquat. Second item is in Sasquatch. Third item is in the Throne of the Immortals." Well done. Just what I would expect from a student of the magic school. The 2 of you may be able to save the world. Oh, the other mercenaries are like, "Excuse me." "Now leave by the right-hand door when you are ready. It will transport you to Nasquat. And don't forget, when you have the 3 items of Cormu, return here." Okay. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Okay. I'm just gonna, I don't know. Because we only got the mercenaries, so I'm not really sure what to do about that. Spiritualist of SP for the... Nah, forget it. They need to make an RPG where a villain is blatantly and obviously bad, and then when you get to them, they're even worse than bad. There's a couple. There's got to be a couple of those, right? Like, who's the Who's the worst villain? I mean, Kefka's gonna come to mind, obviously. I think Lavos is pretty selfish, you know? Like manipulating evolution for millennia just so you could eat it. That seems, yeah, see, Ninja Killer knows what's up. Kefka seems pretty evil. Like, kind of like irredeemably evil, like an Emperor Palpatine kind of thing. Like a Bruce the Shark kind of irredeemable evil. Destry takes the money and runs. What? Oh, take the money and run. Oh, so I'm kidding. So mercenaries can just split whenever they want. Evil for evil's sake, exactly. He doesn't, like, he's not doing it because it's like, oh, this'll help to feed the babies. No, it doesn't have anything to do with that. Not in the least. Let's see. So let's use the Sky card on Chesney. Nothing happened. So, okay, she's got a little bit of the sk, so we'll go ahead and do that. It's a confusing magic system, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of confusing. What do we got here?
Did you try to go into the cave next to the mountain? There's a warm breeze that comes out of there.
Destry. Wasn't Destro a character on Lufia? There's a weapons and armor store. What do y'all got? You got heavy swords. Hey, bro, SP. These are gotta be some of the worst names I've ever seen for anything. And I also wish that you could, like, know, you know, what you have equipped and what you need to purchase. Destro was a character on G.I. Joe. It's been a long time.
Been a long time, been a long time, been a long, lonely, 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 lonely.
Let's see. What do we, and there's like no easy way to like look at this. Mid armor, mid boots. Okay, so like there's a lot here that I could get. Oh my gosh. You like POW doctors? There's a lot here that I could get for equipment. I'm going to check over Midias real quick. We do like the sphere crown, though, so we're going to keep that equipped. Yeah. Okay. Ravaging Justice, how's it going? The name abbreviations are probably the worst thing that I've encountered in this so far. Like, objectively bad. The game's not communicating well to the player. And when that happens, you know... It's not good. Yeah. Now the easy way around that is pull up an item guide, you know. But I don't really want to do that. I'm feeling kind of lazy today. Depraved Slasher, what's going on? How are you?
Hey, how are ya?
How's things going? Let me go ahead and just buy some stuff. We're gonna buy stuff. Okay, I don't know what this is though. So you know what? We're gonna go and look up a thing. We're gonna look up an item list here. Let me do that. And Paladin's Quest. List of items in Paladin's Quest Lennis. Actually, I need equipment here. Okay. Oh, we were right. KN is knife. Paralysis knife is para KN. So BMG is a boomerang. We were right about that as well. What do we got? Bow. Only has a power of 6. Got to be something here better than that. Yeah, heavy sword is pretty good. So let's go ahead. But what is Abro SP? Hey, bro. Oh, it's an Abro spear. Okay. Neat. Yeah. What? Why does it say Abro? It is better than the heavy sword, as the price point would lead one to believe. So we're going to go ahead and get that. Only males can use spears, I guess. I don't know. And we'll get the power boomerang for what's her face. Yeah. We'll get these. We'll invest in these. And then let me go ahead and equip those and we'll sell some stuff off. Bow, and there's this spear that's pretty darn good. That's good. Okay, and then Midia is gonna get the power boomerang. Boomerang! Anybody watch Boomerang back in the day for old, like, Hanna-Barbera cartoons? It's good stuff. Oh, no, that's not right. Okay, let's sell from the bag here. So we're gonna get rid of light sword, the I don't remember what. Oh yeah, that's the purple bird feather. We don't need to get rid of that. Sacred dress, no, same thing. I'll keep that. Mid armor, cool. That lets us purchase the last set of armor that I wanted here. And that is going to be the power dress. Also, God bless RPGs that let you equip from the weapons shop menu. I think that is positively brilliant. That it's really good. That. Okay, we did it. Mission accomplished. Okay, let me catch up on here. The Abro spear, exactly. When is too many quips too much for an RPG? This would be it. Depraved Slasher, you say you've begun a journey? Love playing without guides, at least on a first playthrough. Yeah, that's my attempt. That's always my attempt, Ravaging Justice. I'm a little bit lax on that when I'm streaming because I don't want to yutz around so much, and I want to keep things flowing. For this game, the only guide I've looked at so far is just now for an item description, because Abro SP, I had no idea what that could have been. You started watching Star Trek, the original series. Oh, yeah? Is poop so you can throw... fire. Fire poop. Oh, yeah. Heavy AR. Yes, that's what I thought it was too. Chesney, Midia, and Slayer, an average con group of friends. So some Trekkie fans in chat, eh? Yeah, no shade on needing an equipment guide. Like I said, it is the point at which the game is least communicative, and using a guide for that absolutely sounds reasonable to me. Now, like Slasher, I'm gonna spill the beans too. I think we're ready for this discussion. I gotta be open with you guys. I gotta be honest.
This is a Legon town of St. All. I expect you've come to see Dragon Mountain too. I too am on a journey, and it's really a coming home journey. We used to get rich off people who came to see Dragon Mountain, but lately they've stopped coming. And for me, that is the ability to call myself a Star Wars fan again. So I mentioned this previously. I showed my kids the 6 Star Wars films, and the only 6 Star Wars films that are in existence. We watched episodes 1 through 6. I won't be showing them the Disney trilogy, mostly so that they can enjoy being Star Wars fans, and then eventually when they're older they'll discover it themselves and stop being fans, of course. But for now, let them dream. So rewatched them. We just finished Return of the Jedi a couple nights ago, and that's my personal favorite. Excuse me, I got a little choked up because it's Return of the Jedi. Man, so good. Watching the original trilogy again after so long, and after having seen it so many times, it's kind of like white noise to me. But it was so nice and so like detailed and rich, and it felt real. Really enjoyed it, and my kids really love Star Wars now. We did watch through the Kenobi series, and I thought it was okay. There's a lot of what plagues the Disney Star Wars stuff: bad writing, character arcs that go nowhere, fan service galore, AI. But looking past that, I think there was some cool stuff in there. So we always put Star Wars beneath Trek. And Stargate? See, I've never seen anything beyond Stargate. Cinco, 35 months. That's over 50 years. That's enough months to fill a football stadium. Cinco, thanks for the support. I appreciate it. And Major Rage, congrats on a 60 stream streak. Oh, what? These numbers are out of control, you guys. I appreciate all your support. Thanks very much. Thank you very, very much. I've heard this a lot. Smash. I've heard a lot of people put Star Wars below Trek and Gate. I think Star Wars' strength is in its accessibility. It's much more like popcorn flick. Like, I tried watching Trek stuff and I didn't grow up with it, and man, is that hard to watch. By comparison, you can put Star Wars on and not pay attention and still have a good time. Certain Star Wars, that is. Don't put on the holiday special. Let's see. Jedi. Jedi is best Star Wars. Yes, Ravaging Justice. I like Return of the Jedi quite a bit. I think the best one is Empire, but I like Jedi more. Which version of Return of the Jedi? No, okay. So here's the thing, right? Is the whole time... Well, let me get back to playing this game, and I'll tell you the story. Mean Ma, let me join your party. You don't have to pay me. I just want the company. What do you look like? Oh, Mean Ma. Those eyebrows are out of control. What do you got here? Oh, we got some magic. Okay. No headgear. Okay. Well, I mean... What about, is this a merc? My name is Wild. If I can be of use to you, I will join. Wild. Well, they've all got that weird, like, looks like a Final Fantasy 14 character chin right there. I use water magic. Good for you. Oh, is that what break is supposed to be? That's supposed to be water? Alright. So we got Wild and Mean Ma. I'm kind of leaning toward Mean Ma because that name is pretty great. Might have to go with Mean Ma. So we did watch the Star Wars that was on Disney Plus. Unfortunately, I had a download of the despecialized edition, which is fantastic, but that was on like an old laptop. I have no idea where it is now. So unfortunately, we had to suffer through the stupid Jabba the Hutt Palace musical number. It's so out of place. Awful. This is what happens when you don't know when to let your work rest and you keep Mickey Mousing it. This is never not an appropriate phrase when we're talking about Star Wars. Do you know the myth of the dragon? Do you know the tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Let's see. Let me scroll through here. Favorite Star Trek movie is Galaxy Quest. I love you, Depraved Slasher. Galaxy Quest is a pretty great movie. I cannot not laugh every time I hear the aliens like, "You are only hope." It's so funny. People that don't actually understand. Okay, I'm trying to catch up here on chat. Vel Raptured, how's it going? Play this again, and this is where you made it to? Oh, nice. Yeah, we had to stop for grinds a couple times. So I appreciate being here. Can't have everything covering up those beautiful eyebrows on her chin. Seymour Guado? No W is water, break is sky. Okay, what was her water attack? Because I didn't see freeze or anything. We didn't hire her anyway. I hired me and Ma. By Grapthar's hammer, I shall avenge you. Oh, you shall be avenged. Oh, you got showed up by Cinco Play. Just kidding. Alan Rickman fan, yes. You know what? As a reminder, I am planning to see the Harry Potter series pretty soon. I've never seen the films. Now, do we have any potheads in chat? Fans of Harry Potter, you guys. Fans of Harry Potter, don't get out of hand on me. See, I don't know what to do about this. I don't know. We're just kind of moving through. That felt so like 2000s to me to say that. It did feel weird. The Tool House, what do you got? Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, well let's refill. No more medicine will fit in the bottle. How about oh, I didn't want to buy that. Yeah, okay, we're good. Like the movies, you're over it all. That sounds like where most of the world is today. And no shame. No, certainly not for me. As a man converses. Yeah, it was one of those, like, I get there's a little insecurity when you let a fan base ruin something for you. But at the same time, with so many things available to you and people are annoying about something, it doesn't motivate you to want to check it out, you know? So, I've known a lot of annoying potheads over the years. But yeah, it's finally time. I figure to see it. I recently got a HBO Max bundle, and tell you what though, I had to watch Chernobyl first. Has anybody seen that? Chernobyl, dramatization of the events surrounding, well, you guessed it, Chernobyl. And oh my goodness, that's really good. It has some of my favorite actors in there. Really, really, really like Jared Harris. So looking forward to watching more of that. I'm only on episode 2. If you're into, this is my shtick. Like, I really like historical dramas, and I like slow burn horror, and horror, and Chernobyl fits both of those to a T. But I enjoyed Jared Harris first in The Crown, which it almost plays like a slow burn horror historical drama, but saw him in The Terror and really enjoyed that. Are we talking about Air Bud or Chernobyl? I think Chernobyl, yeah, was the dog that plays basketball. Air Bud was that one movie where Shaquille O'Neal was a genie. Pretty sure. Okay, you know what? I thought that was going to be a lot more effective than it was, and it really wasn't. So what about Gauntlet? Like, if I use Gauntlet, then what? So far, Mean Ma is not that mean. Oh, that's not too bad. It's not too shabby.
I was recalling you thought it was Sinbad, the comedian? After watching Chernobyl, I was remembering the line from Scrooge, where he's talking to his dead boss. He's like, "Nah, you're not a worm feast. You're a hallucination brought on by bad vodka poisoned by Chernobyl." In Bill Murray's screaming voice. Airbud is slow burn horror. Then he played the dog that played basketball. Did Sinbad do it? I don't know. The terror is amazing. I'm glad, Depraved Slasher. I'm glad that you know. See, that right there, it's historical drama and it's horror at the same time. Some of the supernatural elements are a little hokey, but I think the Terror Season 1 was really good. Really good. Did you see Terror Season 2? Not quite as good, but still pretty good. No, Sinbad won a Grammy for playing a postal worker in Jingle All the Way. Pretty sure that was his one Grammy. It's because he gave that one speech in Jingle All the Way. We will not go silent into the night. We will live on. Today, we celebrate our Independence Christmas. Pretty sure that was from Jingle All the Way. And I'm pretty sure that was Sinbad. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, so good. Yeah. So you haven't seen season 2? So like I said, not as good, not as well acted or scripted. Very different kind of thing as well. But you should check out season 2. Oh, Beethoven was the one where Shaq was a genie. Airbud is the one where Bill Murray and Rodney Dangerfield play golf. Oh, and it was animated, right? Because I remember Bill Murray playing like a blue-eyed beagle that stood on its hind legs with a red tie. And he kept adjusting his tie and being like, "Boy, I tell you, this reminds me of that one time in Space Jam where Bugs Bunny came up to me and I was like, hey, why do they call you Bugs Bunny? You're not a bug, you're a rabbit." I'm pretty sure that was Airbud. Gregory? This is called? It's called Gregory. That's cute. Wait, hang on. Okay. All this, and I'm still not really used to how the combat menu works. We should all do a movie podcast where we just review these old movies based on our very real and accurate memory of them. That is not at all made up. Oh man, like a 9-person podcast. The biggest podcast I ever was a part of is when I was doing MageCast podcast, and oh shoot, about to bite the dust here. That's what happens when I'm not paying attention. Anyway, biggest podcast I was ever a part of is we had 5 people, including myself, on a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode. That was like almost impossible. Super difficult to actually try to moderate like a conversation between like 5 people, and there's no video, you know. They killed Slayer. Dang, this is hard hitting right here. Like, what the heck, guys? Okay, let's see if I can actually take these out. No. Chesney, there you go. Keep Chesney fed. There you go. Nothing could be more concise than a 9-person podcast. Very fancy, expensive restaurant in downtown Raleigh. There are huge signs written in Latin. It's Rodney Dangerfield. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I love that. Like, so it's like somebody has to explain that joke, then, right? Because otherwise, it's like you're not gonna like who reads Latin.
that's gonna sit down and be like, oh, you know. We got a censor ready to bleep words. Isn't that one that did? Oh, did it disappear? The Ninja Turtle. So there were a couple of episodes of MageCast that had to be taken down. Generally, reason for that was, you know, having like a huge public fallout or accusation or slander or impersonation with one of the guests, right? Oh, the people from the podcast disappeared. I don't know anything about that. Who was on that episode? I could have sworn it was one of them was Retro Game Brews. I'm pretty sure he's still around. How's it going, Beautiful Death Gaming? I do apologize for the bright lights. Sorry about that. It's pretty intense. It is very intense. Shellonomics? I don't know if I knew Shellonomics at the time. I don't think I do now either. So I could only reach out to guests who I was familiar with. A lot of that show was like personal contacts too, but I did have some interesting guests. One of my favorites was James, a guy who worked on Metroid Prime. Some of the Retro Studios information that he shared was just real shocking. And he got to do some cool stuff. He got to work on the ship in the Matrix, the Nostradamus, and he got to design Samus' ship in 3D. First guy to do that. Let's see. So I'm gonna heal up here because this is a little on the silly side. I hate that it kicks you out of the menu. You know, like, that's a good heal though. I don't think I should use that up. Right on, right on. Well, who is your favorite streamer? The streamer asked. See, the greatest thing about me is I have no shame. Oh, shoot. That's the greatest thing about you? No. I don't know. The greatest thing about me is my family, I think. Like, I lucked into having an incredible wife and 2 great children. That's definitely the best thing about me. It's what happens when you're impossibly charismatic. Oh, it's clearly the well-read mage TM. Hey, that's copyrighted. Are you on the side screen? Oh, right on, right on. Right on, right on. What's this? I don't recall what we're supposed to be doing, actually, so we'll find out. Just go down here. Oh! Okay, it was the Ninja Turtle podcast. Yes. Okay. So, because I did more than one Turtles episode, I think. Like, pretty sure. Oh, man. Cinco Play's going to have a rough time looking at this background. Right here. Dan, I'm cracking up. That is just hilarious. But yeah, look at this. I mean, this is intense to look at. There's like too much detail, arguably. Not even arguably. There's just too much detail on the screen. Intense. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that Ninja Turtle podcaster. I never had any falling out with them or anything like that. I do know they blocked me eventually. And I think I took down the episode. I never found out why they blocked me, but there's so many rumors and slander and impersonation and all that going around about me anyway that could be any number of things. Yeah, well, wherever they are, I hope they're doing well. I'm not sure why they had to discontinue their show. They were very nice to talk to as well. So there's that. It's like we're looking into Lavos' butt. Yeah, it does. I could see that. Speaking of podcasts, me, you, and the sticker guy need to go film some retro gaming. Yes! Old farts buying their childhoods.
Oh, you want to make like content off of going around doing retro hunting? That could be cool. I can't be on camera though. There's like, I will not survive another ethnic slur being thrown at me because people assume my race on the internet. Like I cannot be on camera. But I'll happily do the voiceover for our adventures. Maybe we could have David Attenborough. I don't think he's too busy these days. Maybe we could have David do our a narration for us. That would be cool. And here we have 3 old men in their natural habitat, trying to find a copy of Pokemon that is not over $1,000. Is Attenborough still alive? He's still around. Yeah, he's still around. He is still around. I haven't sat down and watched SNL UK, but I saw one of the clips from that where there was a guy doing a David Attenborough impression. He introduces himself. He's like, "Hi, I'm David Attenborough, and it'll be any day now." And I was like, "It'll be any day now?" Wow. You worked on a game where we reached out to David Attenborough. That would have been cool. Which game? Which game? Are you allowed to say which game? I think the other question is, has he done any voice work for a video game? A bad case of tapeworms. That's disgusting. Sometimes it cracks me up when the yearly Twitch watching when you can see who watched the most, because the ones I have the highest view hours really aren't my favorites. They're just the ones who streamed a lot during more times I could watch. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Wildlife Forest Survival. Oh, it never shipped. So what happened? Is there a story there? You know, I'm always interested in a story. Oh, you know what? Speaking of stories, I better heal up here before this gets real crazy. Oh, you know what? I can actually... Ah, come on. I can actually replace... I think I can. I don't know. Oh, no, I can. Yeah. Okay. Alright, I can replace the mini bottle that Chesney has equipped, so... This is a stupid dungeon. Look at this. Just walking down people's intestines over here. What is this one do again? Bolt and Fleas? Fleas? How about we'll do that. "45 minutes of driving talking about a favorite musical track from Mario World." I could see this happening though. Krypton, I really could. Yeah, favorite streamers. We're talking about favorite streamers. You do not have to... I'm going to say this because some people get weird. You don't have to say me. Like, who's your favorite streamer? And don't... okay. Who's your favorite streamer who's not me? There we go. That eliminates all the pressure or anything in case anybody's feeling weird about that. Who's your favorite streamers that you like to watch? Who am not the well-read mage? Long story, I don't have time to know the entire story, is about Stephen Totillo's GameFile blog. If I Google this, can I find the info online? Or is this like really like private stuff? Yeah, because you have my curiosity peaked now. No, dungeon is bad, actually. It's bad. It's bad. Oh, Stephen Fry fans. Oh no. Anyway, let's see. My favorite. I'm just kidding. Oh, it's online? All right, I'm gonna look this up. Your friend Cousin Cheeto. Is he really your cousin, or is he your friend, or is it both? He gave you a shot on his YouTube channel. Did it hurt? The shot? Was it a vaccination or just like a placebo? There is stretch to watch a lot of YouTube streaming, probably Jeff Gersman. I know the name.
I don't know if I've ever caught a stream, but I know the name. Okay, I think we're nearing the end of the intestines. Room's opening up. There's got to be something important in here. Oh, Cousin Cheeto is screen name. I'm feeling weirdly facetious today, so I saw you capitalize cousin, but I don't know. I didn't have anything else to say, so I said something stupid. I'm sorry. You don't watch streamers. Every time you do, my wife asks, and who is she? Krypton's got the jokes. It's pretty darn funny. And also, how dare you? Oh, who doesn't have controversial opinions these days? Am I right? I got plenty. You do the game saying, oh, SNES Drunk. Hey, SNES Drunk penned an anecdote for my book. I was very grateful about that. Probably the biggest SNES creator that I know of. So I was very, very grateful that people shared their time and experience. Speaking of time and experience, Old Man Cinco in here, he shared a really beautifully chonky anecdote about Draken. And it's in the book, takes up a whole page. If you have the book, you need to check that out and read it. It's good. Because that whole chapter is really about like all these kind of weird behind the scenes things. And then he brings it home with this personal bit. It was really perfect, I think. Let's see. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use up the last of that heal there, and then yeah, imagine designing the game so that it kicks you out of the menu after you heal once. Come on. I mean, come on. All right. Chesney is going to switch equipment. There we go. That is all right. See, Mage knows what's up. That was a good piece. And I kid you not, I was sweating bullets. I mean, I did a lot of sweating bullets over that book, but I sweat bullets in particular because there were some games in there that I thought I would never find somebody to share any personal anecdote at all. Draken was one of those that I was worried. I was worried I couldn't find somebody for Enindo Way of a Ninja. A couple others in there. Some of them filled up early, like Arcana. I think I found 2 people for that filled up early. But there are some fairly obscure ones in there, you know? Or like Dungeon Master. Like, I don't know. That was pretty tough to find somebody who had played the Super Nintendo version of Dungeon Master. Reviews that don't beat around the bush and get to the point. That's good stuff. Oh! Yeah, no, as soon as I saw that Krypton, I knew what you were referring to. Yeah, I love how social media amplifies the voices of people whose voices probably shouldn't be amplified, I guess. But it's always funny when you're online and somebody says something like, Tolkien was a weak thinker. Sincerely, a random guy on the internet who's never written a book. Like, I'm not saying you have to write a book to criticize somebody who's written a book, but like, if you're an ant criticizing the guy who basically laid the foundations for modern fantasy fiction, come on now. Especially when the criticism is as off base as it was, which was extremely. If you didn't catch that, it was really a truly bizarre criticism. If you ever need someone to talk in depth about why they love Star Control, oh, right on. Oh, you Batet. Oh, better call you. I got it. I haven't done that podcast in a long time. I can't envision myself doing podcasting again anytime soon. But if I ever do, there's that. We're currently working on a team of 3. We're working on putting together an RPG themed YouTube channel. So please look forward to that. And it should be very pithy. It should have much pith. So yeah, I don't know. I feel weird today. I feel weird. Practice the monologue. See, if you record yourself giving a monologue, that's a podcast right there. You know? That's what I'm trying to get my dad to do. I'm trying to get my dad to do a podcast. Because I'll call my dad and then he'll just go off about some like history thing. I'm like, why do you not do a podcast? And he's like, I don't know. Like, all you do, like, just when you're sitting down watching TV, turn the TV off, turn a microphone on. Ew! Well, that's gross. Oh, shoot. It was a dragon's. That's really disgusting, actually. I think that Cinco Plays Lavo's comment was on point. Oh, you missed Game Logica? I appreciate that. Game Logica was a lot of fun to do, but it was too complex. It was too complex. The research took a long time. Producing the videos took a long time. It was cool. Maybe I'll return to it someday. You're good with pith? Oh, but you'd rather have mirth. Oh, right on. You'll do a duologue with your other voice? Major Rage, that's too kind. I appreciate it. Maybe he did not, in fact, have another voice in his head. Yeah, no, sometimes I miss doing Game Logica. I think, too, that's an interesting concept to pursue. I think there are some really good channels doing, you know, like theology or mythology for Final Fantasy. But I wanted to see something that could spread out across a bunch of different games. So maybe someday, but yeah. If I ever get back onto YouTube, it's got to be something really short and easy to produce. Okay, Dragon talking. Oh, maybe it sounds like Sean Connery. I thought my stomach felt funny, but I spat out quite a surprise. Haha. I've been waiting 10,000 years for you. I'm glad you finally came. What a troublesome 10,000 years. Hear me, Gabneed. How I have suffered. No, that was too much R rolling. I don't know. Oh, this is just a unique voice. I've suffered the torment which you visited upon me. It was my fate to be born that I might suffer, and you came to release me. Heroes, withdraw the sword that sticks in my back. The sword of Cormu that binds me. Okay. Well, he didn't say there was going to be monsters on top of him. So yeah, it was gross. Ravaging Justice knows it was gross. We were basically walking inside the insides of a dragon. We didn't come in through the front. How come there's so many stomach dungeons in JRPGs, you know? I always think of the Grandpa Whale dungeon in Breath of Fire 2. That's a lot of stomach stuff. Ugh. No, you know what? You know what? Let's do boomerang. And then we'll use this heal here. There we go. Digga, Dungeon Man. Yeah, Dungeon Man, Earthbound. His insides at least look like a cave, you know, rather than like gross guts and stuff like that. But it was still pretty gross. You snorted? Hopefully the milk didn't come out of your mouth. Does that dragon have acne? Yes. Teen acne, because he's only 10,000 years old. Okay, and let's use one more of these on Mima. Shmups, yeah, there's a lot of gut stuff in shmups. Yeah, I think it was a fairly common trope. I wonder, like, who was the first one who was like, I got a great idea. Let's let's have gut stuff in an RPG. You obtained Cormo Swoo. It's a sword. The sword of Cormo. Ha ha! Thank you, heroes. I'm free. Time is broken. Let us be off into the sky. Where do you wish to go, great heroes? North, south, east, west? To the sea, to the mountains? Shall we go to Raiga, the land of the heavens? Or shall we go to the shining star, Soa? Let us be off into the sky. Hang tight. Do we get to fly around willy-nilly? No. Okay, I thought we were going to get ourselves an airship here. Yeah, R-Type 3 on SNES is the one I was thinking of. Did Gradius do it as well? It is the courtesy to build a restroom inside himself. Earthbound being Earthbound, Dungeon Man ought to be much more horrifying than he is. And yet he doesn't seem that horrifying at all. It's like, oh yeah, he turned himself into a dungeon. We have arrived, great ones. This is Sasquatch. It is a land of red earth and dark souls. Oh, dark souls, be on your guard as you walk. Now my part is done. After fulfilling my destiny, I can return from whence I came. So long, brave warriors. And he just evaporated. You know what, though? Oh, we could actually use this to heal up? We're going to do a little grinding. Tell him to take you to Uranus, because we definitely pronounce it as Uranus. I like R-Type 3. Yeah. Life Force. Been a long time. Been a long time, been a long time, been a long. Okay, anyway. Like the Darius games? It was literally space fish. I'm glad we got some shmup fans in chat. I feel bad that Mr. Temper is not here. I always want to say Ninja Temper because that was his original name. He's not here. He's a big shmup guy. Earliest thing of FF2, dangerously uninformed about early RPGs. What was the gut dungeon in FF2? I don't remember now. I don't recall. There's got to be some NES gut dungeons. But I'm having a hard time thinking. It's not like River City Ransom or something like that. Didn't have it. Oh yeah, Super G&G did have gut stage. Earthworm Jim 2, or Earthworm Jim on Sega Genesis had the gut stage. It's inside of Leviathan. Oh, okay. And this is Japanese 2 or Super Nintendo 2? I've only played through Final Fantasy 2, like the actual 2, once. Pixel Remaster. Nice. Yeah, I think diversity is the spice of life. Maybe subtly why I chose to be a red mage. But, you know, I think it's good to play variety. Like, I really love RPGs. This is not all the gaming that I do. I got to do some stuff on the side. Otherwise, I'd burn out, I think. You know? Japanese too. Leviathan needs Radium for transfers to a Fame instead of putting her into a dungeon. Why am I blanking on so much of that? Like, I think I beat Final Fantasy 2 Pixel Remaster like 2 or 3 years ago. Whatever year it came out. Maybe it was a lot further back in time than that. I don't know. Yeah, to your point, Sarge Smash, I think if you're on the internet talking about video games every day, you're probably a step ahead of most people who play video games. See, and I did like Final Fantasy II more than I thought I would when I got through it on Pixel Remaster. I think it has a largely unsung soundtrack. I think the soundtrack is pretty good. I think certainly the Pixel Remaster version, you can get through the game without standing around and punching yourself in the face, which is nice. And I like that it has characters as well, and it's not just, you know, it's not just avatars. Now, it was Final Fantasy III that I could not do, did not care for. Final Fantasy III was much more on the rough side. Did you play that one recently as well? Final Dungeon in Final Fantasy III might be one of the worst and most unpleasant, let's say, final dungeons that I have ever had the displeasure. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, you got to give it credit for things like chocobos and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, I could not with FF3. I just could not. There was, like, I remember going through the whole thing, and there was not a single moment in the story where I felt or understood like I knew or had any impact with anything going on in the story. None of the characters. Things just kind of moved in, like, hey, that world blew up. You're on to, like, the 4th iteration of the overworld. It's like, what? But I appreciate that 3 has... that Final Fantasy 3 has the interchangeable job system. I think that's great that it has that. But I think, you know, that wouldn't really come into its own until 5. Where you kind of had meaningful strategy to change your jobs. Because otherwise in 3 you kind of like... I think we talked about this before on this channel. In Final Fantasy 3 you'd kind of just always choose the best possible choice because there's no real reason to do it otherwise. Yeah, there it is. 3 walked. So yeah, 3 feels like a prototype for later stuff. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, I mean, there's other NES RPGs I play. Well, again, Final Fantasy 2. I think leagues ahead of 3 in nearly everything. But 3 obviously has to have the credit for the prototyping of the interchangeable job class. Oh, you love blue mages? Oh boy, we got some blue mage controversy in chat. Krypton, take care of yourself, or he'll leave with a controversial intro. How dare I talk smack about Final Fantasy 3? We're talking about 3, not 6. I always have to clarify. I don't want to get mobbed or like I can live with being burned at the stake for criticizing Final Fantasy 3, but I don't want to be mistaken for criticizing Final Fantasy 6, that's for sure. Oh, that is weird. You love 3 but not 5? Yeah, I don't know. It like 5 almost seems like a direct sequel to 3, if not for the differences in characters and story. Oh, Mage 2. I'm gonna have a stroke, you guys. A stroke of genius. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. We could tolerate a little blue mage love in chat, but don't mention blue mages around my dad. He'll go off. Dang, blue mages are stealing our jobs and living off the government. The government. That was a Jim Gaffigan joke for those of you paying attention. Because we love Jim Gaffigan. He's great. Oh man, that's a lot of those things. So you know what? Take care of those micro rats. That's what. Do you ever think they'll bring back red mages in like the next mainland Final Fantasy? I feel like, you know, you got the usefulness of red mages in a highly granular job system like Final Fantasy 14. But I don't know. It's hard to imagine that they'll do that when it's like, oh, you get like a dual cast thing instead. It's like the same thing. They will if they're smart. Oh, I could get behind that. What's a Jim Jaffigan? What did I say? Dun, 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 dun. The simplicity works in favor. If you want simplicity, I mean, that's definitely FF3. Probably the simplest interchangeable job system. But yeah, like I wanted to use Dragoons. They're just useless except for a couple of boss fights. Let's see. Oh, for a lot of memories with them too. Yeah, 5, not a lot of people put a lot of time into 5. Mega Man is a blue mage. Thank you. See, red mages are too OP. This is good. More red mage propaganda in chat, please. Is that like a new Hot Pocket flavored Hot Pocket? Oh, okay. You know what you're talking about. Garuda, bless you. Gazoonite. Where did you two come from? We don't put up with your kind in Barsas. Is that what this town is? They hedge their trees really well. Fine, let's test its sharp edge on your body. Hey, that's not very nice. So this is another town of not very nice people. You smell. You have that awful smell of people from Masquat. Oh, Nasquat. Ew, ew. Ew, Hooray! Some regional racism in a Super Nintendo RPG. Could you believe it? Quite a lot of depth. Are you friends with the traveling minstrels outside there? Go back to your friends. What traveling minstrels? What do we have here? See, and I can't... Yeah, this doesn't really, like, do anything. I guess. Like, you gotta... Only 2... Oh, alright. Only time I ever beat Final Fantasy 1 was with 4 red mages. I hate Micro Rat and people from Nasquat more than anything. Stand right there, I'm gonna clobber you. Nobody says clobber anymore. It's a darn shame. If you care about your health, you'll stay clear of the consecrated ground to the east. That's because there's a precious treasure there. If you do go in there, the temple security forces will come after you. Remember where you are. My mother told me I must not come to see the traveling minstrels, but I wanted to see them no matter what. Would you do some kind of performance? We are not minstrels. Yeah, Sky CD. Yeah, we did the 4 reds. It felt appropriate, and it was what chat wanted, and chat gets what chat wants. See now, Lord Zagos, Emperor of Sasquatch, is the second advent of Gabnede. Nasquat will be ours. You're not from Sasquatch, are you? You sure are suspicious-looking types. Well, yeah, I don't want to sell you anything. Yeah, there's a lot of decent reasons to be upset. Go away. If you stay here, you'll make the bed stink like Nasquats, and no Sasquatch person would be able to stand it. Can I save here at least? Oh, okay, there's that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, there were a lot of real reasons to be upset with the Pixel remasters for sure. Like they're definitely not perfect. I can appreciate that they're like, you know, decent, accessible versions to play, but it doesn't seem like the definitive versions at all. Hot take: the first half of 4 After Years is fun. What happens in the second half? You and Asquad people can't use the rope network. Go away, go away. The FF1 pixel with no red or white mage is a challenge from Cheeto and management. I had to do a lot of grinding. Oh, at the end to beat Chaos. Oh yeah, and they'd buffed him too, hadn't they? Now that's one of those 3D ones, right? I think if I'm remembering right, I don't like the way it looks. Graphics aren't everything, but sometimes it's off-putting. Hey, you're from Nasquad, aren't you? How nostalgic. Come see me in my tent? Or come sleep in my tent, maybe he said. I don't know. I hope you recovered. I'm sorry I'm busy with my practice. Only we minstrels get special treatment from the Sasquatch crew. However, the arms store in Barsus won't sell any arms to us, and there's supposed to be some nice weapons. If you don't have any items, you can split the actual cost. Yes. Let's refill everything. Oh, there's an all feature. Alright. How did I not notice that? I'm a knife expert. Want to try hiring me? Oh, he looks like a happy guy. I'm a master with weapons. Nice mustache. You know what? I'm good. I'm good. We got Mean Ma and Slayer. Would that sword you're carrying be the Sword of Kormu by any chance? Aha, that reminds me. The Helm of Kormu is enshrined in the consecrated ground to the east, so I hear. I'd like to see the Helm of Kormu once. If you get it, bring it back here, okay? Okay. Looks like he's gonna tie someone to a railroad track. Yeah, or it has a dog that laughs like... Not now, Bugsy. Let's see, we're gonna do blow up here and Kathy? Character's name is Kathy. Alright. Oh boy. Where's that deuce? Oh, confusion. Oh, dang. So does this get healed up eventually, or what? I don't think it does. Like, I cannot control anything. Oh, he just snapped out of it. Snap out of it. No, no more. No mas. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like we already need to go back and heal. Enemies seem a little on the tough side here, so maybe it would be good to do a little more grinding. I don't know. So you had the look, huh? Yeah. Can't we spell the man's name? I mean, he's a great actor. Let me save here real quick. Yeah, I bet. I did mustache waxing once, and I was like, you know what, I'm good. I don't think I'm gonna do this. But it looks amazing. You should just, like, when you had that mustache, you just stood next to train tracks. Would've been great. That way everybody knows you mean business. Oh, that's a lot of Cathy's. Okay. I can appreciate that there's more than one. Alright, do... See if we can't freeze him. Oh, yeah. No, they should have done it. You know what? That's not cool. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yikes. This game does have some moderate difficulty spikes here. Wipe them. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. It is a lot of enemies for one battle. Yeah. Of course it wouldn't hit the ones on the side. Golly. Yeah, and when the Cathy's have all got you know, like a pretty mean AoE. That's a lot of damage. Okay. So that kind of cements it. I think I will go ahead and do some grinding for a bit. We'll use our home door here to make a door back home. What makes for an excellent day when you have a prolific mustache for that? Maple syrup? Oh! So I have a pretty decent mustache right now. And, yeah, it holds the flavor in. That's one of the nice bits. kissing becomes a bit difficult with a mustache of that. I mean, I've never had the curly Q one like that, but I really like having a full beard, but it makes a soup like a final boss level challenge. Kissing becomes difficult. You're trying to kiss through like grass, it feels like, you know, razor weeds. I have very thick hair, so yeah, it's spiky. But there's no feeling quite like savoring your clam chowder through a straw. You just like not kissing or what? Yeah, yeah. And then eventually I get fed up with it and shave it off and regrow it back. But I would really love like a Gimli level full beard. Just like covering the whole face. Just a spruce forest of facial hair. You love smelling bacon grease on your mustache all day. Do you have a mustache? Third strongest mole. You might be too young for a mustache. Just kidding. This guy. Third strongest mustache. Oh yeah, still some pretty mean AoEs from these too. Wait, some places make cups and bowls. Really? Or wouldn't that just be like a sippy cup? Because how do you drink from a conventional cup without getting the mustache filthified? You know? I guess we should be spell spamming here because we should. Oh, you know what? I didn't see those guys down there. Do some of that and some of this. Don't look. It's flashy. Oh man, and it has to be yellow and red too. I feel like that is such a choice for a quick flash. Such a choice. This game had to give some people some fits. Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't like it draping over my lip, except for the way it looks. I like the look of it draping over the lip. Partial overhang roughly where your mustache is. Press it firmly to your face while drinking, and liquids don't get into the stash. Really? I might have to look into this. Your soda cans, aluminum cans are pretty good for keeping the mustache clean. James, how's it going? The dino has been to the dentist, yes. He's very proud. Very proud of his pearly whites. Oh shucks. I keep forgetting we're gonna wanna beef up the spells here. Less effort, yeah. Yeah. I don't, and sometimes you realize, you know, it is the look. Like, I don't look good clean shaven. I think I have to have the beard. It kind of elongates my head a little bit. Gives it some texture and definition.
Otherwise, it's just a worthless protoplasm as a head. and then you, oh man, I'm tired today. I'm tired. I didn't sleep. Did not sleep. All right. So, well, a little loopy today, but that's okay because these sharp-toothed dinosaurs need to be put in their place. So you haven't cut your hair since 2015? James, Jimmy. Did I greet you properly? Jimmy boy. James. How are you in it? You doing okay? Are you alright? Just trim split ends, that's it. Nice. I like my split ends. Give me character. Yeah, I thought I would cement the Bretta Is look and pull my hair back in the ancient Hawaiian tradition. So that's what I'm working on right now. It's pretty long. Oh, well into the small of your back? Oh, dang. Oh, that's not insignificant. Well, 11 years is a long time, you know. It doesn't feel like it until you're like, no, that's a decent, that's a chunk of time, that's for sure. You don't have enough hair on top? Oh, okay. Yeah. I still got my luscious mane, and I guess at this stage I'll probably be keeping it. I really wanted to do the kind of low braided ponytail that Jason Momoa was rocking on Chief of War. Bald mullet? Oh, come on. Who doesn't love bald mullet? You should absolutely go with bald mullet. Come on. Think of the memes. Me. No, you could become famous with a bald mullet. Well, it happens to all of us. I mean, my hair is thinning too. I think it. You know, some folks lose it all, but yeah. Just hang on to it. Enjoy it while you got it. All right. The Duck Dynasty look. See, and I periodically ask my wife. I was like, so what do you think about like if I went like a book Gandalf the Grey, you know, look where like I think it says in The Hobbit that. He had his beard tucked into his belt. I'm like, come on. Like, let me at least try, you know? See if I could do that. Because that sounds pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. Bright Flash. Alright, that's what AoEs are supposed to do. You're supposed to wipe out nearly everything. And so good, they did. Now, these aren't actually dinosaurs, are they? It says T-Rex, but I don't know. Well, there's no hands. And T-Rexes don't have tusks either. Or molars for their entirety of teeth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think those are T-Rexes. That could be a localization thing. Oh boy. Armless T. Reges. From the Latin for king, right? Or no, I think that's Regis. I don't know. I tried to get you back on that one. But yeah, there are some sus names here. I wonder what it was called in Japanese.
Somebody should write a book on that. And I should probably think about healing. You're dead. There we go. Okay, some decent level ups there. Wait, can we equip the Cormu sword, or is it like too rare and unique for that? Let me see here. We can. It's not better than that though. Okay. What else was I gonna do? Oh yes. We got this sphere card here. Oh, there is a treasure chest over here. Who's paralyzing enemies? Tell them that he's paralyzing something. Boomerang isn't bad. Like, that's a pretty good weapon that hits along a row like that. I wonder if we get any full AoE weapons in this game. Treasure chest. And it was a light card. Let's check it out. Okay, our light element went up. Let me see. How do we do this again? Let me see. I think you gotta do it this way. Yeah. Okay. And light is for, we got lightning, blow up, and magic down. So blow up is fire and light, looks like. Fire is maxed out, so that's cool. Once it's maxed out, that's it. Like, there's nothing else you can do for that, I guess. Neat. Oh my gosh. I really don't want to fight Kathy again. Kathy! Why you gotta do this to me, Kathy? Yeah, we'll just see if we can knock her out in one turn. Was that? That's weird. I think those soldiers on the left and right attacked Kathy as well. But why? Kathy she wasn't around to let us know. Darn shame. Fjorland. Fjorland? Oh, what the... See, and that too reminds me of Earthbound. Enemies summoning enemies. Is that a thing in Dragon Quest? I think it might be. I haven't played many Dragon Quests. I need to rectify that. Maybe once I get Pocopia out of my system, I'll dive into the Dragon Quest HD 2D trilogy. That sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Oh man, more battles? Whoa, why the long face? Okay, so that further cements a bit of my theory that Earthbound is a Dragon Quest like. Of course, this battle system definitely puts me in mind of Earthbound and Dragon Quest. Get out of town. We got Bomble. Cool. So can I... No, you can't equip that on your... You can't equip that onto the mercenaries, so that's a bit of a shame. Oh shoot, that's a lot of enemies. I just looked over after reading chat. If you're playing Pocopia, you are playing Dragon Quest Builders. Yes. Yep. And they took combat out. Yeah. Well, that's okay, because I get to trade stuff with my Pokemon. That's great. It's weird, too, because the combat stuff is right there. They might have had to twist it just a little bit to get that to fit in the concept of game, though. Seems like that would be a little weird to have combat in there. Let's see, that's minimal. Let me stay on top of health here, because this is going to be a heck of a battle. I already know it. Alright, it worked. I think that's the first time that freeze worked for me. That'll be handy. It is a little weird, yeah. I mean, we were talking about this. There are quite a few Pokemon games that don't have any combat in them. I think Pokemon Snap came up. Puzzle League, yeah, if we're counting that. So yeah, there's been non-combat Pokemon games, but the fundamental concept of Pokemon seems very much like it's combat oriented, you know. So it was a little strange. No. Let me just hit the top row here. See, now I wish I put that in my book, that I think Earthbound is a Dragon Quest like. I think that would probably make Earthbound more recommendable to some folk. I mean, I think Earthbound is great, but it can be tough to recommend. Let's do this again. There we go. Yeah, I think I really would have liked an auto battler, an auto battle in this game. Somebody hit that guy. I don't know. Not sure how that worked. Okay, we'll use that there, and... Man, heck of a battle. So many enemies. There we go. Finally pulled through. Ah, no level up. And we got the sphere CD. I guess I don't know. We're just gonna keep dropping these on Chesney. We'll drop them on Chesney. Huh. Oh, okay. There's treasures here. Oh. Is there like one in each corner? Yo, that's pretty good right there. That's a better heal. Okay. Let me see. John Leung, how's it going? How are you? Yeah, we do interact quite a bit on the social medias. Well, not Blue Sky anymore, but well, at least I'm not on there. You can't go back there. But yeah, we're on X, right? How's it going? What's new with you? And thanks for popping in. Playing some of this there. Paladin's Quest. Have you played this? You know, it's not terrible. We were talking earlier about how this puts one in mind of like a Dragon Quest like. Maybe between Paladin's Quest and Earthbound, maybe the most Dragon Questy you could get on the English Super Nintendo. Bright flashes, so watch yourself. Oh man, we failed to take out any of the Cathys, unfortunately. They have an AoE spell that can very dangerously confuse all your party members. And there goes Slayer. Oh, it wastes your healing. It doesn't automatically move your healing to another character. Okay. That's uncool. First, Lufia and Breath of Fire are also very DQ coded. Oh, for sure. Now I could see a lot of JRPGs. You know, you could make that argument for, right? Okay, let me try this again. I probably should have healed with these other two characters. We'll see what we can get away with. We're renting it a couple times. End of the day, finishing RPGs on a single rental. Nice. Yeah, that was kind of the lovely thing about, I think, RPGs in this period. You could do something like that. It's hard to imagine doing that today. Well, for many RPGs. You can still find some short stuff. But I'm really appreciating RPGs in the 20-30 hour range right now. We were looking at how long to beat. Apparently this one can be closer to the 40 hour. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting. It absolutely makes sense how massive the influence was. There's our level up. Okay. Yeah, it seems like Enix was the tradition And then Square was the innovation, back in the day. But I do appreciate, after having played through all these Super Nintendo RPGs, I do appreciate how many different kinds of RPGs Enix published on this system. I don't think they're given enough credit for that. Because back in the day, it was hard to, get out from under Square's shadow, it seems like. Everything that Square touched just seemed to turn to gold back then. Well, I think Midia can wait to heal in battle, actually. Okay, already got one of those. And then let's check. There should be one on this side. Yeah, I think the quintet stuff is evocative of that level of diversity. Oh yeah, there's treasures all over the place. This is a rough neighborhood though, let me tell you what. Oh yeah, she's got Sphere Crown she can use. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you gotta get rid of this Kathy character here. Stupid confusion spell. So John Leung, you working on any new videos? What's been in your back pocket? They did do many different types of games. Yeah. Like quite a few. Oh, I remember I counted. I can't remember who had published more. Published or developed more. If we're to lump that all into one thing. On this system, if it was Square or Enix. I mean specifically for the Super Nintendo, not Super Famicom. To make that distinction, as superficial as that distinction can be, it's just easy to do. Adjasto the Sky, how's it going? Thanks very much. I will take that. Good luck. So far so good. Let me share this with you. Here's our list of RPGs. Where is it? Right here. And I've only got 5 left. This being one of them. So we are coming to the end of this marvelous journey. And it's been fun. It really has. I think the big surprises. Jazz to the Sky, who's playing, picked because they're going to play Trails for the first time. Oh, okay. Nice. I've never played Trails. Would you recommend it? I'll take this down here. Whoa, we're losing some health. Okay, where does one start with that series? This is a broader question that I would like to see answered on a wider scale. Is some of these long-running series, spin-off series, all that stuff like that. Where do you start? Bad about doing a book review the past 2 years, dealing with some stuff when you get to the NES Endings Compendium. Oh, that's from shoot, what was his name? Trey. No, the VG Museum guy. Pretty sure. Yeah, that looked good. This Slayer is just gonna stay confused this whole battle, I guess. I would say, generally, I don't mind long dialogue. It would probably be rough to stream long dialogue. His name was Ray Esteban? You'd think I'd remember that. So I have played Secret of Mana, yeah. Basically, I'm working on... Here's the list again. Basically, I'm working on finishing all of these games. So right now, the ones that I need to finish are... well, off-screen, I'm finishing Uncharted Waters 1. But on-stream, I need to finish Might and Magic 2, Might and Magic 3, Paladin's Quest, which I'm currently on, Super Ninja Boy, and Terranigma, saving Terranigma for last. Ray, that's what it was, not Trey. Ray, right? I didn't know the last name, if it is Esteban, but I knew him as Ray from VGM. He used to hang out here in chat. I wish him well. I haven't seen him for a long time. I understand a lot of people taking, steps back from association after last year, but I hope he's doing okay. If you see him, tell him I said hi. Let's see, what was this? Well, it wasn't a weapon for him. Very difficult to tell what items are in this game. Sword ST? Sword staff? I don't know. And the 5 other scenarios. Yeah, I'm not doing the 5 other scenarios. Counting it as once. Like, even if I just gotten the one ending in Chrono Trigger, I'm still going to count that as having been beaten. Not completed, but beaten. Oh, yeah, the update with Might and Magic 2. I still haven't purchased the correct version yet. I need to get on that. There's just... Every time I get off stream, I'm like, all right. I'm going to forget everything. Yes. For this system, one of only 2 RPGs in English that came out in Europe but not in North America. It was Terranigma and Might and Magic 2. Oh yes, Chrono Trigger. Masterful. Indeed. Alright, I guess I gotta get... Well, what time is it? Oh my gosh, I'm coming up on it. I don't want to be here. Let's see if we can run. Oh, that's weird. Okay. The screen just goes sideways. Here we got the home door. I don't know. I gotta rush the boss in here. Oh my gosh, so much. Yeah, so we're saving Terranigma for last. I know that the next game that I should play is Might Magic 2, if I can find the right version. Did I open this one? I did not. Pea water. Okay. All right. But yeah, saving Terranigma for last sounds good. Save something real choice for the end of this series. But also, it was the last RPG to come out in English officially for the Super Nintendo, so it feels right to save it for last. Based on everything people have told me about it, I think I would really enjoy it. Oh, so you get 4 chances to run from an enemy. That's not too shabby. Okay, this is probably a little fight ski right here, so let's do some healing. I will not give you the Helm of Cormu under any circumstances. If you want it, come get it. Oh yeah, we get our great boss theme. We will just go ahead and hammer him with a bunch of this stuff. Let's do strength up on Chesney. And what do we have here? Wall, I'm not sure what that does. Oh yeah, we do have EVO on the list. Love EVO. Yeah, I would count that as an action RPG. For sure. Definitely would count that. Use that on Midia. And, yeah. Just do that for first round. See what this guy does. Power up. Yeah, EVO. One of those that I would love to see I would love to see a re-release of that game, but it's hard to imagine that happening. Okay, it should be a fairly easy fight here if all this guy is doing is a single hit attack. That's not even as strong as some of the hits that normal enemies were doing. Almost said was doing. EVO does rocks. EVO is great. Oh, he called in a friend. Do we have a favorite top 4? We'll make it a top 5. That might be a little easier. Favorite top 5 RPGs on the Super Nintendo? We could count just the official English releases for the system in its lifetime. For me, it probably is going to be, I think I've formulated a top 5. I think it's, easily Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, Earthbound, Super Mario RPG, and Lufia 2. I really liked Lufia 2. Yeah, the, what is it, the 40 billion year story, I think it's called. I wrote a little bit about that in my book about the first game. Very wacky. Female Lucifer plotting to wipe out the dinosaurs and stuff like that. Ogre Battle. Very strategy heavy selection here. Aegis, what's up? Came in just in time. Got the 2 secrets in there. Oh, no Secret of the Stars? Haven't seen that on a list. Except for from that one guy, Landmine. Yeah, Ogre Battle's really good. I like Ogre Battle quite a bit. Okay, let me make sure that I go and get... I go and get the other items here, and then we'll warp out. Chrono Trigger, 6 Lufia, 2 Terranigma. Oh, yeah. I wonder if Terranigma... Oh, yeah, this is peak Cinco play right here. Top 5 SNES RPGs. Tetris Attack, Tetris and Dr. Mario, Tetris 2, Wordtris, and Hatris. You never disappoint. I'm glad that you mentioned Hatris. People pretend like Hatris never happened, okay? It happened, you guys. Can't just sweep that under the rug. I'm sure that game still keeps Paget Knob up at night. He's like, I can't believe I invented the Tetris. That's exactly what he sounds like, too. Joining this from the last couple games. Oh, the Brave Slasher, yeah. What was the last game that we played? Ultima 7, yeah. Definitely one of the worst on the system. I did love New Horizons. There were a few bits in there that were not very nice to me, though. Like, not getting things to trigger. Not being able to get the events. Yeah, so John, we just finished Ultima 7 Blackgate on Super Nintendo. Would not recommend at all. It's in the bottom 5 worst RPGs on the system. They oversimplified it to the point where it's almost not an RPG at all. It just plays like a very, very, very generic action RPG. But Ultima 6 False Prophet on Super NES is pretty good. I didn't think it was that bad. Some frustrating stuff in there. But frustrating for being Ultima, I think. And that's a good point. So we got CT, FF4, Mario RPG, Earthbound, FF6 in that order. Nice. We have almost an identical list, don't we? Let's see. We'll do one of goes there. Okay, let me get these 2 chests up here. Illusion of Time, the European title. Are you in Europe, Jazz? I always forget that that it was Illusion of Time out there. I think both titles work for it, so it's an interesting choice. What am I facing here? Oh, it's just these guys. Okay, we got Slashy's top 5 Earthbound, Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 4. I haven't played any others. Oh no, Slashy. So I would recommend that you play Lufia 2. You should play Mario RPG for sure. Like, that is good stuff. You've never played Chrono Trigger. Is that right? Yeah, if you want to expand into Super Famicom, be my guest. I think Seiken Densetsu 3 is pretty great. Never played that Tales or that Star Ocean. Beyond, yutzing about with like an emulator. Okay, and let me get to the front here. We'll use our home door because I don't know if you can use it in here. We'll see. And that'll warp us back. If I have one, I should. Yeah, there it is. No, so we got to get out front first. Yeah, those games that you named are really, those are like the favorites for the Super Famicom. Like, you typically always hear Trials of Mana, Tales of Phantasia, Star Ocean, Brudris, Bahamut Lagoon, Live Alive. People mention those. I am really interested in the Super Famicom RPGs that nobody really talks about, because I wonder what they're like. Now, after I finish the Super Nintendo RPGs list, I'd love to start on a Super Famicom RPGs list. I just know that language is going to be a barrier on some of those. I'm not really sure what to do about that yet. There's plenty of fan translations, but not for all of them, unfortunately. Oh, Swedish. Okay. I have a little bit of Swedish on Dad's side. Glad to know a fellow Swede. It is sad to hear, John, about the port of Ultima 7. I think mostly because of the fact that it's Ultima, it being treated so poorly on the system is pretty darn unfortunate. Yeah, I really fell in love with Lufia 2. It is surprisingly a glitchy game in some segments, but there's so much in there that I thought was excellent. I mean, so there's like a roguelite side content dungeon in Lufia 2 that just blew me away. I mean, I spent over 100 hours in that game streaming it. I was so enraptured with it. I didn't want to play anything else. I just wanted to play Lufia 2. Yeah, you should play Chrono Trigger, definitely. Well, if the rumors are true, Slasher, let me say this. If the rumors are true and they are making a Chrono Trigger remake, do yourself a favor and play the original version first. Then play a remake, just so you have a frame of reference. I always hate to hear when somebody plays a remake and it turns them off from the original. Assuming it's going to be wildly different. I don't know. Number 1, Chrono Trigger. Boom. Here's the game digitally in some ways. Unfortunately, with Chrono Trigger, you can get it on Steam and mobile. Of those, I would say play it on Steam. And then DS, PS1, and Super Nintendo are your next best bet. It's too bad it's not on NSO. Now, Jazz, did you play Live Alive on a ROM, the Super Famicom version, or did you play the remake? I actually bounced off the remake. I did not enjoy the remake of Live Alive. Let's see. So, John, you got Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 6, Super Mario RPG, Secret of Mana, maybe Earthbound, Lufia 2. Yeah, the 5th spot is always rough. Pretty sure by that point, you'll be able to have Gemini watch your screen and translate in real time. I got to pick your brain on what solutions you think might be available. I may not be able to film my screen like this with a cell phone, you know, like, but yeah, I don't know. I'd like to get just an EverDrive, plug it into the Super Nintendo, and point the camera at the TV just like this. But I don't know. I might have to give that up. Yes, same for me, Jazz. I think PS1 and Super Nintendo were the golden age of JRPGs, and some pretty good Western RPGs too. Like on this system, I would highly recommend Eye of the Beholder and Shadowrun. I think both of those are excellent. Is the DS or PC version of Chrono Trigger worth playing? So the DS version does add new content. There's like a Coliseum. There's a new ending. There's a couple things. They did a retranslation. I prefer the translation on the original SNES. The PC version of Chrono Trigger apparently still has one broken save in it. It launched in an awful condition, but they've patched it over time. I think it's mostly fixed now. Yeah, Cinco, I'd love to chat with you about it. Let me DM you sometime. You're the guy. See, I should have reached out to you initially. You're the guy writing the Famicom book, so you would have this down. I was considering learning just to read the Japanese myself, but I don't know. I got to do this live and all that, so. Yeah, I'm not excited for a remake of Trigger myself. I think Trigger just needs to be preserved. It doesn't need to be changed. Worst case, might be able to set a quick way to do it with the Gemini API. Oh, cool. Yeah, so I think there's three paths, right? There's machine translation. There's find a translator to pair up with me and stream together. Or there's I learn Japanese myself. And again, that's you know, let's say like 50% of the Super Famicom RPGs, and there's over 100, have no fan translation at all, or incomplete fan translations. So it's like I can't rely on them all being at like a Trials of Mana or Bahamut Lagoon level. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Here. Well, on that note, my friends, I must bid you adieu. It was great to see some new faces in here as well. So thanks for coming by. Tomorrow I'll be on again at 1 p.m. Central playing through Paladin's Quest. I think we made pretty good progress today. Like we actually got 2 of the 3 treasures, I believe, that they wanted us to get. So yeah, we should be hooling on. Maybe we're about halfway through this. Something like that. Learning Japanese is hard, yeah. I remember, so growing up in Hawaii, I had a lot of Japanese friends. So I did spend some time as a kid trying to learn Japanese, mostly speaking rather than reading and writing. But for this, it would be the reverse, definitely learning to read. I think the benefit for the Super Nintendo is to be fairly specific language, that's concise and stuff like that. I'd heard that there's not a lot of the was it kanji in the Super Famicom scripts, so I don't know. But yeah, that sounds like a very long uphill battle. Only thing sucks for SNES for you Americans is I think the SNES for America was ugly. Well, yeah, that's a fun debate. The lavender versus the M&M colors. Let's see, John I'll play a handful of PlayStation RPGs. Oh yeah, there's some good ones on there. There are some really good ones. No, definitely not easy. Yeah. There's a lot of difficulty. Like I said, I tried it when I was a kid, and I had the benefit of trying to do it with people who actually speak Japanese. Ladies and gentlemen, Blythe for the waifu, my actual real life wife, reminding me I gotta go get the kids. Let me do one last thing before I sign out, and that is I need to give a shout out to my 10-year-old son. Wrote me a little note here. He wants me to give a shout out to 2 of his classmates. My son actually tells his classmates about my streams, and he's like, and some of them watch. Like, I was like, oh, that's cool. Hopefully not in the middle of the day because it's supposed to be at school, but they watch afterwards. So this is a shout out for Javi and Nemi. Thanks for watching, kids. I appreciate you. Hopefully you learned something about history today, and I will see all of you later. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.